right, kids. What time is it?
Hey, it's Edson with GeekTime TV. I wanted to review a new movie that's coming out soon, I hope. Rogue Element, a Ryan Drake story. So this is a movie that Critical Drinker created. Now, if I don't know how many people not know who Critical Drinker is, but he's a popular YouTube influencer. So about a little bit more than a year ago, he did this Kickstarter campaign that to get funding for this movie. And just last week, he was able to show it to his backers, exclusive showing to his backers. I had immediately gone in and backed this movie up because I knew with Critical Drinker we were going to get a good story. Now, this is a movie based on a character called Ryan Drake, who he wrote, like, I believe 9 novels. Critical Drinker did 9 novels with this character, featuring this character called Ryan Drake, who is this independent contractor who works for the CIA, and his specialty is he goes out and tries to find missing agents, missing in action, confirming whether they're dead or alive, or if they've turned to the other side, become traitors. He goes and finds them. I honestly have not read any of these books, but I am going to start because with this movie I just have now I really want to know more about this character because of this movie. Because when I saw this for the first time, I was just floored. I mean, the reason why I backed this project was because, like I said, I knew Critical Drinker would come up with a good story. I mean, he's a really good writer and knows movies. So I wanted to back it no matter what. But then I got to see the finished product, and I was amazed. I was amazed by, obviously the story is good, but I was amazed by its production value. And I'm going to do something that I've never done before on any of my reviews, is that I'm going to use my own IMDb review to actually get this video going. So this isn't part of this is what you see when you go on IMDb. It says Ryan Drake hoping to recover an asset, another agent, or someone who has information for the CIA. Must infiltrate a fortified base, his every move watched by a shadowy figure. He silently makes his way to the base and rescues the asset. Hell breaks out when the figure makes its presence unknown. Okay, very simple. There's no other reason why I knew I wanted to back this right away is because it's in a genre that's in the spy novel, a spy story, espionage, and I've loved that genre ever since I discovered Robert Ludlum back in college days, and I would recommend all of Robert Ludlum's novels, even today. They're still so very good. So I like this genre, and I was so happy that he was going to do a story like this. Here's the director, Travis Grant. Writers, Travis Grant, Will Jordan. I believe, I guess I can't know 100% sure, but I believe Critical Drinker's real name is Will Jordan. Most people just know him by Critical Drinker, but I believe his name is Will Jordan. I mean, that's who the author is on all his books, so I'm going to go with that. And here's some still shots from the movie. There's a cast. I don't know where he got the cast from. Obviously, it's actors that I don't think I've ever seen before, but they were excellent. This girl, Andrea Pavlak, I love her character. Same thing with Alina Medwid. He got this guy called Derek Moran to play the protagonist, Ryan Drake. Really excellent acting. So that's the cast. So let me go look. Okay, here's the user reviews. I'm gonna go find my review, which is something as soon as I saw that movie, I knew I had to do a review right off the top. It wasn't something I really thought about. It was just something I just spilled out as soon as I saw it. I believe mine is on the last one. Let me see, review date. Here it is. Yep, this was just recently. Here it is. They asked me, the IMDb asked for a title, so I put Rogue Elements, the next great espionage franchise, because I'm hoping it is going to be a franchise. All right, here it is. When this project, let me see if I can highlight this. When this project was announced for Kickstarter, I immediately backed it. I had every trust in Critical Drinker's ability to write a good story, and it was a genre that I love. Then I watched the finished project, and I was blown away. Let's see. The visuals, the sound, the editing, the acting, choreography, all the technical aspects are so well done, so professional. This shouldn't surprise me, but this had such a tiny budget that I didn't expect it to look and sound as good or better than anything in the theaters today. And that's true. He got, I think the total backing that he got was 303. They put it as 303 pounds, which roughly converts into just under 400,000, 390,000. So he made this movie with less than $500,000. Tiny project for a movie, and the whole thing is only a little bit less than 45 minutes. So it's about as long as like a 1 hour episode. But still, for the fact that he had less than $500,000, it was great. The story, of course, let's see. The story, of course, was top-notch. In under 45 minutes, Drinker tells a tight, gripping, tense thriller that doesn't let up and actually makes sense. The characters are well developed for such a short time on the screen. This far exceeded my expectations in every way. Yeah, that's what floored me. Like I've already said it a couple times already. I knew it was going to be a good story. It's him writing it, but the fact that this production value, the visuals, the sound, the editing, the directing, all the choreography, even when it's not action scene, there's quite a few action scenes in this type of movie, but even when there's not action scene, when there's characters are sitting around talking to each other, the dialogue was so crisp and so well delivered. It just took me so much by surprise. I guess it shouldn't, but it just did, because like I said, with that budget, it's just incredible. It was great. I really hope let's see if I can just get this one. Maybe not. Nope, gonna get me the whole thing. I really hope a production company with significant funding sees this and offers to back Critical Drinker in future projects, because this is what the movie audience wants and deserves. And I really do. I hope this is one of many for Critical Drinker. I hope that someone with significant backing, like one of those production companies, could really help them do any future movies. Like I said, it's about 43 minutes long. It tells a complete story. It makes perfect sense. There's also a mid and end credit scene that I love that gives you kind of like, and I'm sure he's hoping to do future projects that gives you kind of like an open-ended for maybe future stories on this. There's also, and I'm not going to spoil any of this, but there's also at the very end, Critical Drinker himself with another person does kind of like a comedic little scene that just had me on the floor laughing. That was great. I've only got to see this once. They let the backers exclusive views to see this, and then I'm looking forward to eventually we're going to get a download. And I don't know what it takes and how much money it takes, but I hope he does put it on physical media, because I want it to get out there to a wider audience. People really do deserve to see this. It's just a really good story. And when you think, like I said, 400,000 maybe for how much he had for this. When you think about things like that atrocious show, which I had the misfortune of reviewing, The Acolyte from Disney. That show's budget was $100 million, and they did 8 episodes? So at minimum $20 million an episode, and this by the Critical Drinker just blew that away. At no time when I was watching it did I even think to like, oh, let me just pause this so I can, because I was home, I wasn't at a theater. I didn't pause it and go, oh, let me get my cup of coffee, or let me go, do something real quick with the laundry, or get a snack or something. I was riveted to my screen, and the only regret is that I watched it on a tiny screen, and I'm so looking forward to the download so I can put it on a much bigger screen that I have here with a projector. It's gonna look so much better. But I don't know what else to say that I've already said. So glad that Critical Drinker did this. I hope he gets a lot of success from this. I hope it gets a much wider audience that he could than just Kickstarter backers, and I hope he does so much more in the future, because this is what I don't regret anything I said on the review, even though it was just kind of right off the top of my head. This is exactly what our audience deserves now, that the movie audience deserves, because lately, last few, maybe 10, 20 years, we've been getting such crap with things from Hollywood and other mainstream media companies, just getting not stories, but just self-inserts and identity politics and lectures on what our opinions should be and how to live our lives, which has nothing to do with entertainment. And so I'm all the success I'm like, Critical Drinker doesn't know who I am, so it's not like I'm getting anything out of it, and I will gladly market for him on this now and into the future, because and I'll be going back and reading his books too, because we need more of this. This is what we need. This plus, you see things like Eric July's Rippaverse putting out his comics, which have become very, very popular, and that's why these independent creators are getting so much success, like I said, because we're just getting crap from the mainstream media companies. So Rogue Elements, completely, I completely recommend this. 10 out of 10, and I hope that their future is that be able to put this out a wider audience. I will definitely come back here and give that news, if hopefully that good news that it's out for a wider audience, because I totally recommend it. 10 out of 10. And if there's anyone out there who is also a backer and got to see this, please let me know in the comments what you thought. And that's it for me for now, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching GeekTime TV. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, make sure to check the little bell icon anytime someone from our network drops new content here. Want some GeekTime swag? Check out the merchandise available in the GeekTime TV store, linked in the channel description below. Share GeekTime TV with friends, and as always, thank you for your support. We'll see you soon.